Hello, I'm Chloe Lullaby and welcome to my art journey. I've been doing art as a hobby for more than 2 decades, but I feel like my skills haven't improved much. I thought making a video series would be a fun way to continue learning and growing. I enjoy watching people's videos on YouTube because it makes me feel like they are just as human as I am. The efforts they put into what they love is really inspiring and it makes me want to do the same. So, I want to make this video series to focus on enjoying the process, motivate myself to improve, and share my experience. If there's any artist out there who has any tips or advice, or just wants to share their journey, feel free to leave a comment below. I appreciate it a lot. So, what do I want to work on with my art? There are a lot of topics to consider when learning art. The art style that I'm going for is stylized art like Reno Tuna's lovely character designs, the wonderfully vibrant world of Poopy Cat, and the warmth and magic from Studio Ghibli films. I watched several artist time-lapse videos to see which part of my drawing process I wanted to improve. I concluded that it's pretty much everything, so I'll have to start with the beginning again. Because of my imaginary pressure to finish an illustration every time I draw something, I never made the time to slow down and sketch, whether for studying, experimenting with my art, or simply having fun. So, this week, I want to learn more about sketching. Here are some topics I want to learn about. The purpose of sketching, how to draw and mistakes artists do when sketching, line and line quality, and the basics of Clip Studio Paint. And these are some things that I could think of that I want to do this week. Sketch some cute animals, plants, and do some artist studies on their sketch. I've also written down some long-term goals for myself, which are draw for 20 minutes every weekday. The weekends are a little break to focus on my other hobbies, life, and creating this YouTube video. Draw what I love, cute animals, plant friends, wholesome moments, magic and fantasy, and incorporate it as much as I can, even during my studies. And what I think is the hardest out of all of them is to have a positive outlook and attitude no matter what challenges I might face. So I've put up a few reminders and collected cute little affirmations for myself to look at when things aren't going so well. Now that everything's set up, here's how my week went. Disclaimer. I'd like to put a little disclaimer. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not good at researching yet. I'm currently learning. I've put all my references in the description if you'd like to learn more about them as well. So, Monday. The purpose of sketching. I want to look this up because I've overlooked the importance of it. I used to sketch a lot when I was younger and during my early stages of learning art, but not anymore. Now, every time I draw something, I always feel like I have to complete everything and make it look its best. So, I'd like to look up the purpose of sketching once again. What is sketching? An excerpt from Wikipedia. A sketch is a rapidly executed freehand drawing that is not usually intended as a finished work. A sketch may serve a number of purposes. It might record something that the artist sees, it might record or develop an idea for later use, or it might be used as a quick way of graphically demonstrating an image, idea, or principle. And this is some of my notes from a design YouTube channel, Tip Tot. Sketching isn't scribbling. Scribbling is usually aimless, like when our mind wanders and we're daydreaming, whereas sketching is a controlled free-form process. A creative, efficient, fun, free, and fast way to come up with various ideas and develop them. My favorite part is when he said, "Don't worry about finesse, worry about fundamentals." Drawing tips and mistakes. To learn more about drawing and mistakes a beginner artist makes, I watched these 2 videos from Poco's channel and wrote some notes. I especially like this one YouTube short in Poco's channel of Jeff Watts because it reminds me of the time I learned about deliberate practice, intentional mark making, and how drawing actually takes a lot of mental stamina. Learning about lines in drawing. There is so much to learn about with lines. I watched another 2 videos by Poco and I'm glad I wrote them down because there's so many things that haven't sunk in my head yet and I can go dive deeper into those specific topics in the future. Making little bullet points for myself about topics I want to know. I've set up little reminders for myself to remember and recall all that I've learned so far and apply them when I draw. Learning the basics of Clip Studio Paint. I really want to learn digital art, so I'll be drawing on Clip Studio Paint to get more comfortable with the software. I watched a tutorial by Winged Canvas and follow along with her and make this little derp. Now that I know the basics, it's time to start drawing. Artist study. Loish's animal sketches. I really like Loish's artworks, even her sketches. I like how her art leads their eyes and flows throughout the artwork. Fun fact, I didn't even know what digital art was, and she's the reason I got into it more than a decade ago. I wanted to draw animals, and her sketches of chicken are so beautiful, so I wanted to study it. I really like how she shows each part of the body through cross-contour lines. The feathers aren't super detailed, but it still looks very fluffy. Every line she uses feels so organic. There aren't really any boxy or solid straight lines. I'm not sure how to study an artwork. I could do some more research, but at this point my brain is fried. I thought I shouldn't get too hung up on it, and maybe if I keep learning I'll eventually stumble upon a method. But for now, I can start drawing. I think that my drawing is really rigid, but that's a given since I haven't drawn or sketched in a couple of months. I won't be looking at forms, proportion and such, only at lines because I haven't really learned them yet. I learned quite a lot on Proko's videos and tried to apply what I learned today, like line weight, being aware of different lines like her cross-contour lines and how the line transitions throughout the stroke. I still have trouble with hand-eye coordination and control, but I think that will improve with time and consistent effort. Tuesday. With a lack of sleep and having to go outside with peak anxiety, I was really tired. I tried to watch another video, but it went straight out of my ear. I still wanted to draw something for at least 20 minutes. I drew another one of Loish's sketch, this time of a shrew. Halfway throughout my drawing, I realized I created the study in the smallest canvas size. I could have started again with a new size, but I was stubborn and wanted to finish this first. I remember some line warm-ups and practice, so I did some of those. Then I just started drawing whatever and had fun with it. I guess at this point I was just scribbling. I didn't look at any references. I didn't really care much about if it's right or wrong. I just wanted to have fun, and that's what I did. Wednesday. Study time! I watched 3 more videos from Proko and wrote everything down for me to look at again in the future. I also summarized some notes for Monday and today of what I think might be relevant for myself if I want to do another drawing. And these are my notes so far. Drawing time! I did some warm-ups to get my hand moving, and it also helps with the anxiety I have before I start any drawing. There is an artist that caught my attention called Claire Wedling that Proko mentioned in his videos. Her sketches are so beautiful. I'm not sure why I think this way at the moment, but for now I know that I want to draw her works. While drawing her sketch, I noticed how she simplifies the cat's claw, and it's so cool. I would have drawn the cat's paws with so much detail, but she just draws the silhouette and we know what it is through context. I still struggle a lot with line value and edges. I still don't know how to use it or control it very well. Thursday. I felt really sick. I tried to draw something, but I just felt bleh. Rest is important, so that's what I did. I told myself there will always be another day. Friday. I missed a day, so I was very motivated to learn more on this day. This time I watched a video by Ben Eblin called Line Work, What I Wish I Knew. I learned about all sorts of line, like the existence of T-line, whisper lines, and many more. Also, I learned about his method of studying line art. I really didn't know how to go about this, so it's really helped a lot. I watched Proko's art warm-up video and I wanted to try it out for later. Then I read an article on thestudentartguide.com about how to analyze an artwork because I really want to be more mindful of what I'm actually doing and keeping up with new art concepts and terminologies. Art time! I tried to do Proko's warm-up video, but it was so difficult. Lines and circles are one thing I can somewhat do, but the ellipses are on another level. But that still didn't stop me from drawing a cute, wonky little mushroom. One artist that I like is TB Choi. I really like how she simplifies form. Even though it is just lines, we could still feel the weight of the character through her lines. From Ben Eblin's video, I highlighted the lights and shadow, then tried to apply it from my own version of the image reference. My drawings are still very scruffy, but at least I understand how and where to use them. Then I drew these blocks from Ben Eblin's video to understand all the concepts he talked about a little more. I still struggle a lot with line control, so I thought maybe cleaning it up would help, and it sorta did. I did the same for my drawing of the women in the turtleneck and had a little fun with shading. The weekends. Originally, I wanted to take a break from art every weekend, but I couldn't help but watch some cute cozy art videos from Hana-Q and played this awesome game called Different Strokes. I really like the collaboration aspect of it. We have a limited palette, but still there's so much amazing artwork. So when I draw, I feel like I could just hang out and be cozy surrounded by art. Maybe draw something that I don't normally draw. Conclusion. I'm quite happy that I started drawing and completed most of the things I wanted to do. I learned so much in just 1 week. I know this is just the beginning, so I'll have to be more patient about my progress, as well as building the mental stamina to draw more. There's a lot of fun new concepts for me to learn, but for now, consistency and showing up is more than enough for an anxious being like me. After going through this week, I do want to manage my time and expectations better because I was all over the place. I'll try out some things and I'll figure it out eventually. Although I have the disadvantage of not having a mentor or a full course, I have the big advantage of time for a few months, and I'd like to use it to pursue my love for art. Creating this video was really fun and really motivated me to get back again. I have a tendency to be a perfectionist, so letting go of these thoughts to slow down, get back to the basics, and learn more about sketching really helped overcome my anxiety of drawing. I have to continue studying art more and hopefully finish an illustration I'll be happy about. Side note, growing up, information about drawing was not easy to find, so I want to thank everyone that has shared our knowledge, experience, and time to explain everything and provide all these free resources. It's made learning art so much more easier to understand and more fun. If you've made it through the end of the video, thanks so much for watching. Thank you to all my friends and my very loving partner for supporting me and giving me the courage to create this video. I hope everyone's day is sprinkled with so much inspiration and kindness. That's all for now. See you!